What is up, y'all? My name is CGI Gaming, and I don't even want to say I'm back anymore. Um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna just say hi, cause only Lord knows what holds next in these next few days, weeks, months, years, decades, lifetimes. Only people know. Um, only God knows. But I will be honest. This is the second time I'm recording this, and it's kind of frustrating. Um, I had a decent it was like a really middle ground kind of game. So I decided that I just wanted to get on this game, record something for you guys, something fresh, something that is okay for you guys to understand why I've been gone for so long and what's the kind of obstacles that have come into my way. Um, and honestly, it's an interesting conversation. Honestly, I don't have anybody to blame but myself, obviously, because I have my own person. I decide what I do. Um, but at the end of the day, I'm here right now, and I just want to get started with this. So the main reason that honestly I haven't been uploading has just really been because of me and my selfish needs, I guess you could say. Not even needs, but just my selfish wants and within recording. So I've been doing YouTube for a while, like a couple of years. I'm pretty sure. I was been doing it since the beginning of high school, and honestly, I've liked what I've put out, but what I haven't liked what has come out of it. And when I say that, I know, oh man, I know I cringe right now saying this, and I don't even want to put it into the video. But that's just the honesty that I have to come at y'all with. Um, I just I wasn't happy mentally just because of the fact that I started YouTube obviously for Fortnite at the time, but the reason thing that it became was I wanted to be an outlet for people. I wanted to be someone who helped the others around him. I wanted to be somebody who, something like a Dashi or Corey X Catchman or a Van Oz, someone who can take other people away from life and the sad things that come around from life, or the sad things that come from the people or things that happen around them. And the reason I say this because me personally, I haven't had the easiest life, and so I'm not here to say I have the harder life or the easier life out of anybody. I'm here to say that life is hard. Things happen that are gonna change people, and hey, sometimes things just happen, and you have to move on from one thing and go on to the next. But that's not how it's been for me for YouTube. I've always wanted to come back to YouTube. I know that it may be, you know, hard to believe after what I just said and the selfish things that I just mentioned, but it's true. I have, I was looking back on my videos and on my clips, and I was just like, oh my god, that's amazing. I'm happy that I did that. And I tell myself all the time, it's like, why don't you just be patient? Why don't you just have that ability to just tell yourself, like, hey, people at some point will see what you want to do, and people at some point will become, a community, someone who will allow you to become their safe spot. And me, how I am, I'm a straightforward person, and that's why I was able to put it in the words that I have, sadly, because at the end of the day, it's not how I wanted to word it. I wanted to sugarcoat it. I wanted to make it sound like it was something completely different, like it was something that wasn't so selfish. But I can't, because I have to give it to you guys straight. So because I wasn't seeing that progress, because I wasn't seeing that development within my videos, I took a pause and I stopped. And it's just the reason that I consider that so selfish is because I started because I wanted to become a person that can help you out. As soon as I just have one person comment, as soon as I have one person like, as soon as I have one person that can be, someone who can show me, or not even show me because it's not like they're obligated, but as soon as I see I'm even getting out and reaching out to one person that's listening to me for me, because this video is me being me. You get me? So as soon as I see that, I'm even, being someone for one person that they can open up to, or they can feel like they aren't being, you know, stressed out by their life. I know that I'll just go beast mode. And my problem is that I tried to force that. I tried to dish out as many videos as I could, and I drained myself. And that's not what you do. What you do is you dish out things because you love it. You dish out things because you want to do it. And that's how I've had to look at life, is that if you don't want to do something, don't do it. If you don't want to talk to that person, you don't talk to them. If you don't want to be around that person, you don't be around them. And I know that the way I'm explaining it sounds like, oh, like he just hated this whole time on YouTube. He hated doing that Fortnite stuff. He hated doing this Call of Duty stuff. I absolutely loved doing the Call of Duty content that I did when I was playing with, my boy Next Hokage, when I was playing Search and Destroy on Black Ops. Modern Warfare, easily one of the best Call of Duties because of the memories that I've had and the friendships that I've made. Even I was hitting Damascus, I was doing all these things, and I was so happy. And then got to a point where life came around, and things that I wanted to happen weren't happening. People were lost. Certain material items were lost. Even my drive was lost, and sadly, I walked out on the thing that kind of kept me happy. But at the end of the day, things changed, and I kind of had to learn that you can't live for other people, and you can't be a person that constantly looks for other people. Honestly, doing this is pretty therapeutic, in my opinion. If there's people that'll listen, there's people that'll listen. If it doesn't get any views, I'll just be happy that these words come out my mouth, and that I'm able to have this conversation with myself, because this isn't only for you guys, it's for me. Because these words aren't just something that you write down on a piece of paper and dish out. This is something that has to come from your heart, something that you have to say. And so, with that, I do want to say that these couple of years, these past few years, I wish that I could do something for somebody, and that's the way I've become over the years. Since I've been doing my giveaways, since I've been doing these, happy, upbeat type of videos. And honestly, the way I'm talking right now, it's pretty formal because I'm behind a camera, and I want to reach a point where I act how I want to act behind that camera and in front of it, because transparency is everything. And I know that even maybe it sounds like a little bit less believable, but the way I'm speaking right now, since I'm speaking my mind, since I'm speaking from the heart, it is a little bit more easy for me to speak how I want to. It allows me to believe that I'm speaking how I would anybody else. I've had these conversations with singular people in real life, but I've never had these conversations with people who would actually listen. And I've always felt like I'm having these talks, but sometimes things don't happen. And as you guys can see, I sound very spiritual, but it's not even that. It's just that with these words that I say, people might be like, "Oh, if you want to talk to people, if you wanna help people, go be a therapist. If you want to help people, go be this, go be that." The way I've seen people help and the way I've been helped, I want to help others. If that makes any sense whatsoever. The way that I grew up with, like I said, I grew up with Dashi, I grew up with Vanos, I grew up with you know all these Alex Wasabi, even though it was more of a comedical part of my life, where I was just watching funny YouTube videos. KSI, his brother, Deji, Comedy Shorts Gamer and whatnot. I grew up with these people because they brought me a different type of happiness, and I ended up becoming like how these kids are now. I ended up becoming an iPad kid, a kid that was just constantly in his phone, and I was just like, yeah, nah. And I took a break from YouTube, but even coming back, like, people now are inspiring me. Corey X Kenshin was around when I was a kid, but sadly I wasn't watching him. I know it's a shock maybe to some, but yeah, I wasn't watching him growing up because I don't think, like, I guess his content just didn't get dished out to me, even though I really enjoyed it. But those people helped inspire me growing up, so I was hoping that with these videos, with the way that I speak, I can help other people around the world. And it's not only these videos aren't only gonna be me talking to people. This video isn't always gonna be me just spilling my mind out. These videos are gonna partly be me having fun. These videos are gonna be partly me sweating on Call of Duty. These videos are not all gonna be PG, because at the end of the day, I'm not a PG person. That's just how it has to be, and that's how it is. And sometimes I speak like an old man, and sadly, that's how it is as well. Life has thrown a lot of wrenches at me, and it's led me to a lot of places. I hope that this video isn't gonna kick me in my ass, and someone finds it that's not supposed to find it. Even though it's like, even though this is what I really want to do, sometimes outside forces aren't even worth it. But I know at the end of the day, if that person comes up to me in real life and tries to make fun of me, if I have even one other person that saw this and was just like, and stayed quiet and they took that video and they went home and they were like, yeah, like, this makes me look at a different light, especially because he's 18, he's just getting to that point of growing up, and he's getting past that point of little kid. Honestly, like I wouldn't even care if anybody came up to me in real life. I would be like, you know what? Okay, like, at the end of the day, I might have, posted this video and you might not have liked it, but I know at the end of the day that I've also posted this video and this one other person cared. I helped this one other person and he looked at it a certain way. So who are you? That's just how I have to look at things, because the way everything has to be in this world nowadays, it's mainly through the internet that you get through to people. And sometimes, it might be good to put those phones down. Sometimes it might be good to just sometimes interact with others, because at the end of the day, when people come at you certain ways, and when people say certain things to you, you're able to react differently, or you're able to say something that maybe they don't expect you to say. It's because I honestly, like like all these other old people, I have to agree with the fact that the older this generation gets is going to be the the more different the world will get. And I know this video has gone off track, obviously. It's not what I wanted it to be, but when I speak, sometimes I do ramble, and I have to be accepting of that. I do ramble. I do just say random things sometimes. I do, you know, just talk. And if that's something that people like to hear, hey, I'm all for it. Because picking my brain is not something that people are just gonna hate. Picking at my brain is something that people are gonna find fascinating. I like that. But my time is coming up short. But if you guys do like it, please leave a like, subscribe, CGI Gaming. You know, on Twitch if you guys want to follow me. Sometimes I do go live at Say Nights 12. But without that, I will see y'all later. You guys have a great day. Peace out. Bye guys.